We're so cozy today. I just paid for extra storage on my phone, and I thought that I would spend what typically is my schlump hour between 3 and 4 creating a dinner diary. Let's make dinner together. So this is Farmhouse on Boone sourdough skillet. Okay, so I'm gonna chop up the veggies first. Basically, the idea of this is whatever I want. So I'm gonna add pork, and then I have 3 green peppers. Oh, an onion. Duh. Okay, so it'll be like fajita veggie vibes. I have sourdough bread, and I'll, Oh, you know what would be really good? Sweet potatoes. I think I will. Last time I roasted sweet potatoes, I just put them right on the oven rack, which is what you do for normal potatoes, but not sweet potatoes, because it drips out of the potato and makes a real mess. Yeah, this is great. I got all these sweet potatoes that I haven't used, so I'm just gonna throw a bunch of them in the oven. This one's kind of nasty, so is that one. We got some nasties. Some nasties. Currently, I work from home 8 hours a week, just remotely, which is awesome. I'm finding it challenging to get all 8 hours in, which is crazy, but I could be in here all day long because Elliot, he's awake, but there's no screen, so he's just working with me, which is kind of, I think, what I want my parenting in the future to be too. Just like him coming along on my adventures. I don't want him looking at my computer screen right now when I work, so it's kind of been more challenging than I thought finding time to work. He takes like 30-minute naps. So I would like bake these really quickly in the microwave, but we don't have a microwave. We don't have really room for one. We do have room, I just don't really want one. So when I was little, I ate a lot of tuna fish and crackers, specifically tuna and Ritz crackers. And me and my sister create our cooking show together, and we would just give all the different variations that we could possibly think of. You probably realize not that many. However, we had a great time, and I'm kind of feeling like I'm 8 years old making tuna fish sandwiches with Ritz crackers right now, and I'm kind of loving it. Okay, just going to bake these really fast, hopefully. Honestly, I have no idea how long that is going to take. I presume maybe 30 minutes because they're not really very big. In the meantime, I'll start everything else. Maybe some garlic. Wow, I just fished through like 10 oranges in my drawer that I just bought because I'm obsessed with orange, specifically orange juice. 3 oranges, 1 lemon juice. I don't have a juice or anything. I just, bare knuckle it, claws, if you will. A game changer. I had it. I was not feeling well one day, so my mother-in-law got me this like herbal natural remedies book that was in there, and I feel like it kicked my cold symptoms, and I just am obsessed with the taste of it. So I bought like 10 oranges in there. But I got my peppers, and we're gonna wash them. I'll wear my robe every time I'm cooking, which is kind of like not the point of a robe, but we're just feeling cozy, and it's winter time, Whoever came up with the idea of putting stickers onto perfectly good vegetables and making it impossible for them to come off. I get it, we need to scan our veggies, but I just feel like there's a better way. Okay. Give me a moment. She has some scars, but she's beautiful nonetheless. That was crazy. Okay. That was a lot more chaotic than it needed to be. So yes, I had a kid almost 6 months ago to the day, and I changed my whole life for the better. Something that I didn't expect about motherhood is how much fun I would be having 6 months into it. Not to make this about my kid, because that's not, but we're getting to the point where he's giggling, he's almost crawling, he's rolling over, he's playing with toys for the first time, kind of. I don't know, it's just like a lot of fun. And I was scared to hope that it would be this fun, which I'm super, if I think about it, I'll be emo, so I won't think about it. Also, he loves the wrap. I love the wrap because I love being close to him. So he takes most of his naps right now in the wrap. Nothing better than, this is what's happening right now. That. My gosh. That was silly. That was silly. I just ordered a, what is it called? A woven. It's cotton and it's a woven wrap is what it's called. So the lady whose recipe this is, she has a YouTube channel and she has said that this is like the only wrap that she uses with her kids. And she has like 10 kids, so she knows what she's talking about. She said it works like for any age, which is kind of what I want. It was expensive, but I got it for my birthday, which is coming up, and I'm so excited to try to figure that out. I think I'll probably wear him for as long as he wants to be worn. Okay, anyways, we did not come here to talk about that. Well, maybe you did, I don't know. I am making a sourdough skillet tonight, which is awesome, one of my favorites, because it can be customized to whatever I have in my refrigerator. It's kind of like a really good, today's Thursday, it's a really good end of the week meal. It's delicious too. So literally any kind of meat, any kind of protein, any kind of, well, not any kind of veg, but any kind of veg that can be sauteed. It goes well together. So you can make it vegetarian and do beans, corn, and you can even throw some peas in there, some carrots. Or go for like a maybe more Southwest version, kind of like I'm doing. Maybe put in some poblano or jalapeno peppers, red onion or yellow onion like I'm doing. And I'm gonna do, you can do beef. I'm doing pork, I think is what I pulled out of the freezer. Also, this is the perfect bowl. And my husband's grandmother did pottery. It's like priceless to me. We have broken a few of her bowls. It's like, you can't recover from that, you know? And I also use this for, if I'm making like a bigger sourdough artisan loaf, I let it proof. I love letting it proof in ceramic bowls. I used to use those proofing baskets, the cloth ones. I forget what they're called right now. But mine grew mold. This is so much easier. As long as your dough is not overproofed, it works really well. If I had black beans or corn available, I would throw them in with this. I don't, that's totally okay. And cheese, don't worry, cheese is gonna be a part of this. It goes on the top of the, it's kind of giving chicken pot pie, but different. And it's melted cheese on top. It's so good. I forgot my garlic. Unfortunately, I do feel like I notice a difference in the quality of the garlic. I can't find really good garlic anywhere near me. On my Azure Standard monthly order, sometimes I add garlic to it, and that's where I get like my wheat berries and stuff for bread. When I tell you I've never had better garlic in my life, such a treat. And since I use garlic so much, I do think it's worth it. My favorite thing to use garlic in is homemade pesto. I grew up on homemade pesto. I think half of my body is homemade pesto. This summer, the community garden around us had so much basil. I made so much pesto and was able to give it out to neighbors and store a lot of it in my freezer. So anytime we have pizza night now, I get a little baggie of frozen pesto and get it thawed, and it's just like the most fresh, just delicious flavor to me. You can even use an immersion blender to make your pesto, so easy. Oh, I just realized I need to go pick up my husband from work in 30 minutes. So we are on a little bit of a time crunch. We do share a car and I forgot that I had it today. So now this got a little more exciting. Maybe I will make the filling and then leave to go get him and then come back to bake the dinner, which is great if you have a cast iron pan or any skillet that can go both on the stove and in the oven. This is hot pork or hot sausage, but you can do literally anything you like. That's the beauty of this recipe. I always do this. Okay, we'll just let that saute for a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to wash some dishes and I'm going to take you with me so that I actually wash the dishes. Wow. I do not like doing dishes. I only have a few more minutes until I have to leave, so let's see how much I can get done. The sun is beaming at her. I just turned the oven off, and since I have to go pick up my husband in a few minutes, I'm just gonna let the potatoes sit in there until I come back in the oven that is off, but still hot. Hopefully when I come back, they will be cooked enough to be cut up and added to our skillet. Then we will make our crust that goes over the skillet and bake it up for dinner. But honestly, this is a good place to be before my husband comes home and the evening starts. I like to give myself as much of a head start as I can because I never know what this one is going to be up to, what he needs, if he needs to eat. We'll see you after I get my husband. Okay, we're back. I think the sweet potatoes are kind of a happy accident because now that I look at this, I might just want to eat sweet potatoes on the side of the sourdough skillet. So instead of adding them to the skillet, I think I'm just going to serve them on the side. Now I'm going to add salt, pepper, paprika, some chili, maybe some red pepper flakes. It is kind of much later than I thought it would be. We ended up taking a walk after work, which is needed right now because the sun sets at like 5 p.m. So glad that I was able to get so much of this done and out of the way before I went to go pick my husband up. The beauty of this recipe is really that you can make it however you like it. All right, now we're on to the final step of the recipe. You're gonna melt about 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 eggs. The recipe calls for 1.5 cups of starter. I don't think I have 1.5 cups of starter, which is totally okay. I'm just going to pour in what I do have and then fill in the rest with a mixture of flour and water because that's all that starter is. Well, I'd say that's probably about 1/2 cup. So I just added in equal parts flour and water. I'm gonna add in salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Whoops. Cheddar cheese. About 1.5 cups on top, or however much you want. And now you're gonna bake it for about 20 minutes or until it's golden on top at 400 degrees. I mean, yeah.
Where's Daddy? There he is.